Cap?
Not sure I remember. Pull up my notes.
Well, at one point we were looking for Captain Quintana, who knows about the Leviathan in Brookshire.
Well, we started out, we got to Nathville. All of the Imperial ships were in the harbor, and the town itself was deserted. So we were looking around for people there for a while, but didn't turn up anyone. A friend of Ollywell's turned up.
Vindal.
Then we set sail for Brookdale. I took notes, but I have no idea where they are. I can't find them at the moment.
And Captain Bosun was collecting his stuff because he's going to sell some of it. He is going to go look for Hesh. He also
he thinks he's not coming back, right?
Correct. He thinks this is a one-way trip, and he left Breaker in charge of a particular individual who he takes care of.
Oh, that's right. We meant it to someone too. A penguin person.
Touché.
He's a seagull.
And then we heard about in Brookshire there were some pretty big. There was like some kind of invading force or something that attacked the antique shop, and then also the church, where some giant coffin or supposed coffin was destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And so we stopped at the antique shop and met with Ava, where Breaker had an awkward conversation about not going to find Clarence. And her husband Willard was seriously injured and burned in the attack, but they didn't. The Gorn destroyed the shop, but didn't find anything that they were looking for.
I don't think Willard is her husband. Because Breaker was close to getting.
Oh no, it was. Willard has some relationship to her, though, right?
Yeah, he's her father, Clarence's business partner, as near as I could tell.
Okay. I was thinking that it was a little bit more vivacious, but then we checked out the church, where we got to examine the coffin, and it turned out to be an escape pod that seemed like it had, from the foam in it, a human-like insect imprint, and the foam was similar to the material that we found at the initial crash site, and Scuttlebutt made a sketch of it to make sure that all of his observations were saved, especially regarding the shape and imprint of the insect. Hopefully that wasn't all burned up in the fireball, because then as Scuttlebutt was examining the coffin a little bit more closely than the church clergy were happy with, because he was peeling off some kind of pieces of exoskeleton. And then in Scuttlebutt's poorly thought out attempt to try and create a charm spell to get the clergy off his back, he accidentally unleashed a fireball, nearly killing Scuttlebutt and Breaker, because Breaker decided to take the brunt of it to save the clergy. And then
crispifying one frog.
Oh yeah.
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 Oh yes. And then also Breaker honestly believing that it was a trap that Scuttlebutt had accidentally set off, convinced the clergyman.
Why would you set off a fireball in your own face?
Right. Right. What reasonable creature would do such a thing? So now we're getting healing from the church members, and that's kind of where we left it, I believe.
Yep.
Also, to jump back a bit, Fichet gave a crystal to Halliwell.
Halliwell.
Halliwell? Yeah, I can't remember that.
That's
Possibly
right.
put
Yeah,
into
which
his
I
skull.
tried to put into my staff.
And Scuttlebutt nearly lost his shit.
Mhm. And you also, when you cast Detect Magic, Fichet just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, he's a really strange creature.
A feast awaits. How delectable.
You get more and more insufferable with each passing moment.